Welcome to Speak Truth America. My name is Alexandra J. Pacheco, and this is where faith meets the real world.
Misha! This damn cat.
Welcome to Speak Truth America. My name is Alexandra J. Pacheco, and this is where faith meets the real world. No fear, no silence, just real conversations that matter. Jesus Christ is King, and you're not here by an accident. Today I wanted to elaborate on why I don't believe in government assistance to the extent that it is today. And I have a couple good reasons, and I have a testimony from my own family that was on government assistance at one point. Background information, both of my parents were teen parents. They had my sister at 16, me at 19, and my brother at 21. Despite having 3 kids, both my parents attended college and graduated and have been working in their field for 10 plus years now. I remember being younger and my family was given food stamps. We'd go to the grocery store, all of it was covered. And that was very helpful. And this is the one way that I believe in government assistance for helping lower class become middle class. After my parents graduated college, after they were making the amount of money that they do now, obviously the government assistance was taken away. And government assistance was very helpful in the beginning to my family. I don't know if we could have really made it without it, financially speaking. My family is the only exception and the best example that I like to use when I am speaking about government assistance, because my parents did it the right way, and it's proven that anybody can do it if you're truly a hardworking American that is trying to prosper and not just fall back on the government assistance program. So my dad worked 2 jobs, was a full-time student. My mom went to school. They were both full-time students at the same time, raising 3 children. So that's when the government assistance really came in handy. That's the way they paid rent. The difference between what my parents did and what majority of so-called Americans that just sit back on government assistance and they don't work, they don't do anything, and it's just free, handed out taxpayer money to these people that are lazy, unambitious, and don't have any aspiration for doing anything more than nothing. Both of my parents came from very low income places, no generational wealth whatsoever. So that is where I believe that government assistance can be helpful to help elevate people to the next level. Because people that are on government assistance, it's like a freebie. You are complacent. You've hit a plateau. These people hit a plateau. They're comfortable being lazy. They're comfortable not having to do anything, not having to work, nothing to work for. And that is where government assistance just really kicks hardworking Americans in the ass. So my parents actually made something of themselves. They used that funding, that assistance, and they turned it into success. So I'm 22 years old. I live by myself. I pay my own rent. I work full-time. I'm a full-time student, and I don't qualify for aid of any sort. When I go to the grocery store, I'm paying all my groceries, and the person in front of me has their entire cart of
Goy slop food.
just completely paid for. Yeah, that's what gets me. That's what really gets me. Because if I can do it, so can you. If I can work and I can go to school and I pay my own school, I pay my own rent, I'm 22 years old. If I can do it, you can do it. We don't need government assistance for these people to sit back and just be lazy. The only instance that we need government assistance is for people that are aspiring to do more. It should have a time cap on it. You shouldn't get government assistance forever. There should be qualifications after certain periods of time. What also baffles me is that people just don't want to do anything. People are lazy. People don't have ambition. They don't have dreams. They don't want better for their kids. And these people living in these low income areas, they pop out kids. Pop out one, that's a check. That's a government check. Pop out another, that's another government check. Pop out another, a third government check. So honestly, I think it's strategic at that point. My mom and my dad were first generation college students. Nobody in their family ever went to college. No one ever had dreams or aspirations or wanted better for their family. And my parents did, and they came from nothing. And they're successful now. They have 3 children, college, educated, and we're on a roll. We're a family of wing halves, okay? And people will claim white privilege this, white privilege that. No. How about hardworking privilege? Okay, this is what happens when you actually put in the time and you put in the effort and you suffer for glory. These hands that worked hard, went to work, clocked in, okay, clocked out. I'm getting taxed. And the government is giving people free money. For what exactly? I don't know. Because if you don't work, you don't eat. And that's not the case in America. That is not the case in America. So we can all use Jesus. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And that is a word. So this is going to conclude my episode today on government assistance and my opinions on it. You've been listening to Speak Truth America. Don't forget to share this episode. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be strong, be courageous, do everything in love, and I'll see you next time.